All right, Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and citations to the hopeful elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. The title is going to be called America Will Be Totally Destroyed. And I got this article from End Time Headlines, right? It says, nuclear apocalypse map reveals best and worst U.S. states to live in the event of Armageddon, right? And really, to be honest, to completely honest, all right, there's no U.S. Best or worst. Really, is because all of America's gonna be destroyed. Okay, from the east to the west coast, you know. The full of the whole America is gonna be in a gulf of fire, you know. So it doesn't matter where you live at. The only ones who really gonna be the best place to be is in a chariot. That's really what the best place to be. You know, if you're of the elect, you will be in the chariot. Lord willing, we are that number where we are that number to be saved. You know, to obtain salvation and to be in the chariot, right? So I'm gonna read it. It says, a new study has revealed the safest and most dangerous states to live in during a nuclear apocalypse, using key survival indicators. The topic of nuclear attacks is increasingly on people's minds due to the popularity of the Fallout series and current global conflicts involving nuclear powers like Russia. According to NoDepositDaily.com, Vermont, it says Vermont would be the safest state in the event of a nuclear attack, closely followed by Maine, Louisiana, Wyoming, and New Hampshire. The study used 18 key indicators grouped into categories such as weapons and security, supplies and survival, resources. It says supplies and survival resources, population density, medical services, gas and vehicle supplies, climate, access to fresh water, and access to food. It says based on these factors, each state was scored out of 100. At the other end of the scale, Hawaii, Nevada, California, and Arizona, and New York were identified as the most dangerous states to live in during the nuclear apocalypse. Bing Maps data was utilized to create the map, calculating relevant facilities in each state. For example, weapons and security is evaluated based on the number of police stations, access to weapons and fire stations in each state. Meanwhile, access to fresh water is determined by U.S. government climate data on rainfall and freshwater lakes. This is Vermont clinches the top spot with a score of 72.35 out of a possible 100 points. The state leads the United States in food availability, a critical factor in survival. It also ranks second for weapons, security, supplies, and survival resources, reinforcing its reputation as a survival hotspot. Maine secures second place with a score of 62 points, right? Maine shines with a score of 86 for food availability, ranking second in this metric. The Pine Tree State also performs well across all other survival indicators, including ranking fourth nationwide for supplies and survival resources. Louisiana takes the third spot with I'm surprised at that, with a score of 65 points out of 100. Despite scoring low in some metrics, such as 28th for supplies and survival resources and 25th for population density, Louisiana boasts strong credentials when it comes to long-term survival metrics. The state's climate score of 95 ranked it third in the U.S., while it offers the best access to fresh water nationwide. Wyoming has been ranked at fourth best place to survive a nuclear apocalypse, with a score of 63 out of 100. The state boasts the highest availability of weapons, scoring an impressive 95 out of 100 in this category. But really, Like I said, there's no best. Like I said, the best place to be is in the chariot. You know, because why the whole the whole land of America is gonna be destroyed. Okay, so let's first start with let's start with Isaiah 13. Right, Isaiah 13. I'm sorry, 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." And the Medes are today represents the Russians. "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." See, and the ancient Babylon, which is today Iraq, they weren't destroyed by you know like because Sodom and Gomorrah went out by sulfur, by brimstone, right, and fire. That didn't happen to ancient Babylon. So this Babylon is talking about is America. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited." People are still living in Iraq today. "Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged." And that's what's going to happen to America, because when the fire dies out, because eventually it will go, the fire will succeed. There's gonna be a bunch of animals living here in America, because it's gonna be a total waste. It's gonna be a desert, a wasteland. So really, is when a nuclear attack happens, those who don't get beamed up to a chariot, you ain't gonna be you're gonna be destroyed. But even Israelites, but you'll come back in the kingdom, and you'll be good. Let's get this. Isaiah 26 and 20. And it reads, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." The people are the elect. Really the elect going to be saved, right? The from the nation of Israel. All right, the chambers are the chariots. "And shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord, whose name is Yahweh," okay, IUIC, "the Lord's name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai." Okay, those are the true names of the Most High, only begotten Son. Any other name is false. "For behold, the Lord Yahweh, right, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain." The Lord not going to physically come down. We know that Yahweh Shai is, with the angels, and also those nuclear missiles, man. You see? So those who are not, being up to a chariot, if you're still left behind, as it says in Matthew 24, you're going to be destroyed. See? So there's going to be no nuclear, fallout, and because at least they're gonna go in their bunkers, but they're gonna be taken out because they know. Revelation 6 and 15. I'm gonna start at 12. Right? It says Revelation 6 and 12, and it says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And these stars that John the Revelator is seeing are missiles, right? It says, verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. You see, the heaven departed, that's a mushroom cloud, right? I always show you. Slovakia. Come on, man. Mushroom. See? That's what John the Revelator saw. A mushroom cloud. Something like that. Or something like this. Or like all of these. Right? So it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth, right, your elites and the great men and the rich men, and the chief captains and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, because they got these bunkers built, because they know what's going to happen. They know that, World War III is going to pop off, and it's going to be a nuclear war, and America's going to be destroyed. They know these things, especially the top elite. They know all this stuff, but they think that once they come out of those bunkers, that they're going to rule over the earth. Because it's gonna be they're gonna think there's gonna be a few. They're gonna be left in a few people who survive, right? And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is coming. Who shall be able to stand? You see, and they know they're gonna be taken out of those bunkers. Let's get Jeremiah. I believe that's 16. Jeremiah 16:16, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So they're going to be taken out of those bunkers, they're going to be put in chains. You are under arrest. Okay? They're going to be put in slavery. Point blank, period. So now let's get Second Peter, right? 2 Peter chapter 3. Slovakia. I'll start at 6. It says, I'm gonna start at 5. It says, for this Slovakia, man. 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. And that was talking about in the days of Noah, when the flood happened, right? That was the first death. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, right, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And what's that fire? That fire is going to be those ICBMs. Right, when they're shot off from these different nations. Okay. Revelation 17 and 16, the 10 horns, right, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For the Most High had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that great city is America. And that great city is going to be destroyed by the kings of the earth. Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, right? These different places that got nuclear weapons. They're going to shoot their weapons on America, man. They're going to do the Lord's will. So back in 2 Peter 3, and jump down to verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What are the elements? The grass, the trees, all right, animals, people, everything that's, that you see physically, right? It's gonna burn. Right? It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. See, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So this people gonna be burned up. Matter of fact, that's in Zechariah. Is it 14? No, I think it's 12. Slovakia. I forgot what chapter that is. Let me see. Let's try this. So it was 14. Zechariah 14 and 12, and it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." You see, now what does that speak about? Okay, that's speaking about that. When that day comes, when those missiles be shot off, people gonna be wherever you stand. That's where you gonna burn at. You gonna be your whole body gonna be on fire, and so is America. You see, so let's get this Jeremiah 50 and 39. It says, therefore the wild beasts of the desert. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 37. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women, women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Speaking of America. Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever. Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As the Most High withdrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. It's talking about Babylon, which is America. Okay, so it's gonna be completely destroyed, this place. So you won't have nowhere to go. Doesn't matter. Again, you can have a bunker, but you got missiles that can go through the go through those bunkers, because these, at least, they're not gonna be in America when it's take place. So like, they're gonna be in a whole different country with bunkers, So they're not gonna be in America. So wherever you got a bunker in America, you gonna die in America. That's gonna be your grave. So, as a matter of fact, let's get this. Revelation chapter 9, verse Revelation 9 and verse 15. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of thy horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. That's 200 million missiles, man. Remember, this is John the Revelator seeing this vision. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone. You see, those are talking about those missiles, man. So 200 million missiles coming to America. You ain't gonna survive that. So it don't matter where you at. I don't care if you in Seattle, and most of these, like in the Midwest, a lot of those places are like nuclear. They got like nuclear bases there. They're where their missiles are. So I don't care if you in Maine, North, Louisiana. I don't care where you at. You gonna perish. You gonna die, man. you know. So you ain't safe. Let's get this last one. Revelation 11. The only one's going to be safe, right? Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they, who's this they? The they is the elect. All right, the remnant, the ones the Lord chosen, the 144,000 and which are men, right, and the rest of the 1/3, which are men, women, and children. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour there was a great, and the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which is a complete number. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. So the 10th part of the city is America. Let's go to Google. So you won't say, "Oh, you're lying," right? Let's go to Google. 10 FEMA regions. Look at that. 1 through 10. This is the 10th. The America is split up into 10 FEMA regions. You see, this is the 10th part of the city, which the apostles, the bishops, and the elders brought out from Great Millstone. Okay, they brought this history. They used to go into this all the time. There's videos on it. Okay? And we learned it from them. 1 through 10. And Roman numerals. See? This is the 10th part of the city that's going to fall. So you ain't going, there's nowhere to go. You can build a bunker, you can go 500 feet on the ground. You ain't gonna make it. Okay? So America will be totally destroyed. Totally. From the East Coast to the West Coast. From Texas all the way up to north, Slovakia. From south to Texas, wherever you at to the north. The whole America's gonna be a lake of fire. Nobody's gonna survive. Unless you get beamed up to a chariot. Will be the elect. So Lord willing, this was edifying. We don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachaha Kwadash. And double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. Till next video, I'm going to say Shalom. And I'm going to put the link in the description. I'll put the link to that article in the description. Shalom.